Okay, welcome to this second part of the video installing Android Studio on Ubuntu Linux 16.04. In this second chapter we will do the actual installation of the Android Studio package for Linux, but before we do that have experience on a different machine when I was doing the installation. There was a critical error during the installation saying unable to run mksdcard SDK tool. This is a known problem. There are several entries in the different forums, and for instance Stack Overflow is mentioning, and they suggest a solution for this, which is a critical error. We have to solve it, is to install 32-bit libraries. Apparently the problem is that the installation, that part of the installation requires 32-bit libraries, and if you're doing the installation on a 64-bit operating system, you will encounter problems. So we'll go ahead and install the required libraries. One note though is that unfortunately once we install the libraries we will solve the installation problem, but further down the road we will encounter another minor problem related to this 32-bit library, and the problem will be apparent on AVD Manager. However, there is a workaround for that minor problem. If you're interested, there is a solution for it. The problem will be something like this. Enable from the Android Studio you won't be able to launch the AVD Manager, encountering this problem. But the workaround is detailed in here, that we will have to run the AVD Manager or launch the emulator from the command prompt just by adding this suffix use system libs. So knowing that there is a workaround for it and that the other problem is critical, we will go ahead and install those required libraries. This is not going to take too long. If it takes too long, I will speed up the video once I'm editing this. Good. So the 32-bit libraries are installed. Now we can go ahead and do the actual installation of the Android Studio package. For that, as you know, we have to download the actual zip file, and to download it you just search for Android Studio download. You will find this developer Android Studio website. By clicking in here you will go to the official Android Studio website, and because the web page detects that we are running Linux, you will prompt us on this button to download the Linux version of the Android Studio. I have done that already, so I'll show you. It's waiting for us here in the downloads folder. It's 450 megabytes. So let's go ahead and perform the actual installation. So we will change to this folder, downloads. find? Android Studio IDE. We want to unzip this file into the OPT folder. So unfortunately this unzip is not going to accept the .star in there, so we will have to enter the actual file name. So it is IDE 162.3764.568 Linux. Very good. So the zip file has been expanded into the OPT folder, so we will switch into that folder, into the bin folder of the Android Studio. Very good. Let's see what we find in there. This is the actual shell file that will perform the installation. At this point, let's see who is the owner of these files. They are set as root. I don't know if that is going to give us trouble. Anyway, let's okay, yes, so as I was mentioning, so we discovered that this file, which is the launcher for the installation and for Android Studio itself, is belongs to root. But if we do a modification, we will be able to launch it even if when we are running as a normal user. So let's do that modification. So now super user group and normal user will have exactly the same rights. Okay, so now let's do the actual installation, which is just invoking the shell file. So I don't have any previous version of Studio. I don't know why this is coming up, but we just press OK here. Okay, so this process will actually take some time. In most cases, just selecting the defaults, so I'm not going to waste your time showing you all. Oh, actually, what is this? So the system is able to run Android emulator in accelerated performance with a KVM, which is the one that we spent time installing. Okay, so they will make use of it. Good. Okay, as I was mentioning, all this process is going to take quite a bit of time, so I'm not going to waste your time here. I'm going to pause. No, actually, I will speed up the video during editing, so I'll hang around with this. think the installation is finished. Let's click in here. Yes, we are ready to run. Let's stop in here, and on the third part of the video we will do the few minor configurations, and probably we will even have time to run a sample program, and also I'll show you the problem of the AVD manager and how to solve it. Okay, thank you very much.